It's been a journey to discover how to really belong, how to feel like I belong. I always felt I was trying to cobble together a life that felt like it was compellingly mine. Can I claim this country is mine, with its brush fire farm face, stubble of buildings, leaky guts full of itinerants and migrants, all of us claiming entitlement of an inch deep, a foot, who knows, an acre. In the city, streets are lined with billboards that mislead, saying, "Buy now, last 3 units." Not that they're lying, just they're pointing out the wrong thing, urging you to buy Tang because it's on sale when you really need a big pen. For you can't buy entitlement, but you can write your way in, redrawing the surface of the country using every stop sign as a comma. Houses like words stitched into lines in an immigrant landscape pockmarked with misfired attempts. Our lives like run-on sentences we keep trying to fix, searching for the right words to tell a story that keeps changing. When I was 5 years old, my family moved to Langley, BC, and I was there till I was 16 or 17. It's the Fraser Valley, it's the Bible Belt of BC as well, and it's very fertile land, and we lived on a farm. My brother and I, we spent hours on the weekends playing on the farmlands. We had hazelnut orchards and cherry tree orchards. We had some chickens and goats and cows, but we also had a mushroom farm. At harvest time, we were always out there eating and collecting things and climbing the trees, and that was really when I felt like this land, I know it. I know all the yards and the fences. I know the shortcuts to school. I know the corner store. Like, I belong to this place. And that was the first time where I thought, oh my goodness, we've arrived. This is my place. Riding down the hill to Porter's General Store, I crashed, spilling quarters, dimes, and pennies, cursing the road, my bike, in this godforsaken town with no 7-Elevens. On my way back, wielding a paper bag, I was rich with the power of O. Henry's, sweet tarts, the tang, the fizz, the honey crunch of anticipation. I was greased lightning on wheels on the road to a paradise where all the 7-Elevens had arrived. Plush limousines opening doors to the unfettered city of me, with my pink neon glittering high-rises. Oh, the potential of it all. Sparkling molten sugar in my mouth. I had it all. For a moment, I had it all. What I learned as I pondered this sense of like, what is my heritage? Where do I belong? Was that I can accept losses and not hang on to them so that I can move on and actually create a new sense of home or a new sense of belonging. You have to give it up fully, grieve it, and accept that it's really not there anymore. And then I could fully embrace what was here in front of my face. My parents moved to the countryside, leaving me their house, an undead corpse I must rob with rubber gloves and garbage bags. On the walls are blank outlines where stood bookcases, sofa sets, boxes labeled photos and kitchen miscellaneous, all gone. Oil-spattered cupboard doors hang open. The intricate bric-a-brac that shaped my world dissembled. Whatever key they took with them unloosed the meaning of these things, leaving a footprint of lost hair, skin, a scattering of nail clippings. a house of well-worn paths now abandoned, like assumptions from a bygone era. As for me, I wish to leave indelible marks that no one will have to clean. A while ago, I went on a road trip with friends through Quebec. And aside from all the poutine we ate, we noticed how well kept the farms in Quebec were. All the bales of hay were rolled neatly. The barns were freshly painted. It was so beautiful and well kept. And I was like, look at that. I wish I could live like that. It spoke of well-being and care and respect. It spoke of belonging. I had to leave and come back to Toronto, but that image stayed with me. A pillow for my daughter and a farm under each leg. To sup nightly on dreams of fields in Quebec, whose clean lines are a well-practiced penmanship. Sweat blonde hay slicked back for picture day. You know the cows are happy, the cheese is rich, and there's no rust in these buckets. Something to be said for doing the same old thing well. Take Le Ciel de Charlevoix, or rounds of Le Belluchon, the earth and its chewed cud, the taint of human hands brought together in the alchemistry of a bite. We are pulled by the nose back to a place of belonging. This world, mapped in earthy tones, is what I would give to my daughters. A GPS of the soul, complete with birds in the sky, aligning into a V, pointing the direction home. So here I am. I'm a middle-aged adult with 2 kids. It's funny to be the parent. I remember as a child, I thought they had it all going on. They knew what they were doing. So now I'm the parent. I feel pretty clueless. And I'm constantly, writing the book as I'm reading it to my kids. But the kids really ground me. I mean, they love routine. In that way, I've been learning a new way of creating a sense of belonging. Right? And I think I've finally got that. For my daughters, who are, funny enough, they're half Jewish, half Korean. It'll be an interesting journey that my daughters will face as they forge an identity for themselves. Like a Russian doll enrobed within layers of her own skin, I'm surrounded in my home with smells of my own cooking. Children who pick up the worst of my mannerisms. Updated versions of myself saying the same thing. Each iteration, another wave in the ocean. Nesting as a process of addition. Enlarging twig upon twig, thing upon thing, until you've built an entire enterprise, unwieldy and cumbersome, impossible to dismantle without smashing. I think my sense of belonging has really accumulated over the years. When I was younger, I thought belonging was something you could do or acquire, kind of like a shopping list of things you could go out and get, and then once you had them, you'd belong. But I realize now it's a process, and by layers of accumulation, you build your sense of belonging. You wake up one morning and you realize there's no struggle anymore. You simply belong. I belong here. I belong in Toronto. Toronto's my home. I'm a Canadian. Canada's my home. It's enabled me to be who I am.